Hey, what's up, YouTube, and welcome to the Rundown. Week 3 of NFL action is coming up. If you're not aware, this is going to be my new weekly series every Thursday. We're going to keep expanding on this thing and making it better, kind of like a talk show almost. I don't know what you want to call it. Kind of a hybrid between a Run Good daily video and kind of my way to talk about sports as well. So the Rundown is broken into 2 sections. In the first section, we're going to rip some football cards every week. This week we are checking out the 2021 Donruss H2 box. And then afterwards, we're going to take a look at my picks for the upcoming week, my picks for last week, and I kind of took it on the chin last week, including, oh man, my Seahawks 1-1. Tough loss to Tennessee, and it still stings. It still stings. So hopefully we can get back on track this week, and you know, if your team lost, you are in the same boat. If your team is sitting 2-0, kind of like the Denver Broncos sitting 2-0, the Carolina Panthers sitting 2-0. Of course, no surprise here. Tom Brady sitting 2-0. Kansas City Chiefs 1-1. That stunning loss to Lamar Jackson, who pretty much had his career signature win last week in man, 1-1 for KC. Are they overreacting there in Kansas City? Give up a lot of points to Baltimore. So we're going to take a look at that. We're going to take a look at the Yahoo Creators Fantasy League. There are a bunch of us who are content creators on YouTube. Bowman1951, Hitman Rip, Shy City Pools, IF Sports Cards, the list goes on and on. We are all in a fantasy league together, and we're duking it out to see which channel is going to be the best, so you will get an update on that as well. So if you hang out for the first half, you get to see a rip. If you decide you want to hang out for the second half, you do get to see all of that extra content. So, going to be a fun one. I do want these videos to look a little bit different, hence the side-by-side view that you're kind of seeing. I just want to do something cool. I want to switch it up. I always want to be innovative. So this is going to be your Thursday video every week moving forward throughout the course of the football season. And speaking of football, today we have 2021 Donruss H2. This is kind of the light version, if you will, of Donruss, which, you know, it came out of the gate really, really hot. And now we're starting to see some retail configurations of this product come out. And, well, maybe it's losing a little bit of steam. Now that we're used to seeing so many of the downtowns being pulled, as well as the Marvels. Those are the big chases, as well as rookie cards, rated rookie cards, as well as autographs of players in their NFL jerseys. So one of the cool things about this downtown box is it is slightly under half the cost of a hobby box. Hobby boxes for this are still around that $500 price point, kind of high for Donruss, and I've been on that train of thought basically since the product came out. These are coming out. You can find them. Sometimes you can find them in the 210s. Typically, you're going to find them at most places in that $225 range. I've opened a couple of these in our group breaks. I do think they have some value. You are going to get 2 rated rookie or optic preview rated rookie green parallels. You can also hit the downtowns, which are all the rage. I don't know if you guys caught it, but there was a issue on Twitter earlier this week where somebody who had created some artwork for the San Diego Chargers, or I don't think they had commissioned it, but he had created some artwork, and Panini straight ripped him off. So in that Justin Herbert downtown, you can straight up see his artwork was ripped off in 3 different places. So hopefully he sues the pants off Panini and gets everything he deserves and then some. Good luck, dude. So in these boxes, we can hit numbered cards. No 101s, unfortunately, because if you look at the back, the lowest numbered thing you can hit are the gold press proofs down to 50. You can also hit the rookie portraits. And, of course, the big draws in these boxes are going to be those optic preview greens, as well as the downtowns. So those are going to be the real draw in these boxes. You are going to get 100 cards total in these boxes. 10 packs with 10 cards per pack. Again, coming in a little bit high. I would like to see this box maybe at 150 or so max, but we're nowhere near that 150 range. We're playing at about that $225 range. And that's just going to be the way things are for a while with Panini. Price is just super, super high. They are full speed ahead. I think they have 3 first off the line Dutch auctions this week. I think for Spectra Baseball, for Obsidian Basketball, and also for first off the line Chronicles Draft Picks, which is the 2021-2022 rookie class for basketball. If you want my take, I think Obsidian is a junk product for basketball this year. Spectra is too high for baseball. And Chronicles Draft Picks is going to be fun because that's going to be your first look at guys like Cade Cunningham in this 2021-2022 rookie class. But as always, we know that once cards start rolling out of players in their pro uniforms, the college uniform cards quickly drop in value. So that is my evaluation of what we've got going on there. On the baseball side of things, we also have Bowman Chrome and Bowman Chrome H2 coming out this week, and those are much better buys in my opinion. More on that next week. But let's go ahead and get into this. We do have 10 packs to get into. We are going to get 2 rated rookie previews. Kicking things off, we have Baker, we have Tiki, we have Jalen Ramsey on those Rams that, hey, for the first time, they looked mortal. They definitely looked mortal after that Week 1 game where they just looked insane. Oh, and that's going to be a good one right there. You know, I know he's 0-2. I know him and Trevor Lawrence are struggling, but that is what we should have expected with Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence. I mean, they were high draft picks, and there's a reason why those teams get high draft picks. It's because those teams are not competitive NFL teams right now. I've always been critical of the Jets franchise. I just think that they have I think that they just have a culture of losing and a culture of bad leadership there. So I hope Zach Wilson isn't seeing ghosts of Sam Darnold's past, and we see Darnold already 2-0 with Carolina. We have Jamin Davis on the press proof. We have a Kyle Trask Elite Series rookies. And we have a Rondale Moore, and he went off, and people are raving about that Arizona Cardinals offense. And, you know, Minnesota lost that game at the last second. You know, they could have hit the game-winning field goal, and I believe it was just a little bit right. And Kyler looking amazing, but maybe they're telling a different narrative. Had that field goal gone in, and AZ would be 1-1, but AZ takes that game. AZ looks great, still putting a lot of points on the board. We have Hunter, Chris Godwin, Curse, Mark Ingram, Travis Kelce, and this is going to be our first rated rookie preview. And Trey Sermon, I believe he's hurt. I believe I saw that he suffered an injury. I didn't really tune in too much to that 49ers game or see too many highlights from it. I know Jimmy G played most of that game, and we didn't see too much Lance. Our first hollow rated rookie going to be for my Seahawks, going to be Dwayne Eskridge, and he hauled in some balls this weekend, or last weekend, despite a loss. I believe he had 5 targets, 5 catches, what was it, like 90 yards and a score or something like that. So, hey, I will take that for the PC right there. Hopefully we can go 1 for the PC and 1 Mac Jones, and I'd be very, very happy with this box. We have Jonathan Abrams on the Raiders, who are off to a 2-0 start. Drew Bledsoe and a Jalen Waddle on the Gridiron Kings. So yeah, it was a good week of football. Interesting week. I definitely didn't expect a few things to happen, like the Saints, for example, laying a goose egg after looking so dominant in Week 1 against Green Bay. That one caught me for a loop. Zadarius Smith, we have Tua Tagovailoa right there. We have a Jalen Phillips rookie. Press proof red is going to be AJ Green. TJ Hawkinson, he was hauling in some balls on Monday Night Football. I'm not sure if you guys are watching, but over on ESPN2, they are doing a great job with Eli and Peyton calling the games, really breaking it down. And Hawkinson, I think he hauled in a pretty crazy catch. It might have even been for a touchdown. Javonte Williams right there. Broncos 2-0, absolutely routed the Dolphins, I believe. Yeah, I think Dolphins or Jets. I'm trying to remember. It's tough trying to keep track of 16 different games as I do this series every week. We have Jerry Jeudy, Brandon Graham, Taysom Hill. See if maybe Taysom finds his way into time if the old Jameis apparently just stood up this week. A-Raj getting back on track with a win on Monday night. Although they did let Detroit get back into that game and score some points. But thankfully, Packers came away with a win and covered the spread. Javion Hawkins, rookie. Shaquille Griffin, this is going to be a press proof. He's, of course, now a Jag. The champ is here, Rob Gronkowski. He was on that Monday Night Football game with Eli and Peyton, and he was pretty funny. And also Dominators of Michael Thomas. Yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you like this series, we go longer in this one, and I really enjoy doing this one. I enjoy talking about football and showing you guys the Yahoo Creators League and talking about my picks for the week. I do have to record this on Tuesday for a Thursday upload, so my picks, coming in at late Tuesday night. Henry Ruggs right there. We have Shaquille Griffin. Again, another Shaquille. That's it. Oh, the other one is a press proof. I was like, why are we seeing him twice? Pete Warner, rookie. We have a numbered card. It is going to be Darius Leonard, and that is going to be 93 of 122. That is going to be a season stat line. DeAndre Swift. We also have a Action All-Pros of Bobby Wagner. So we're through half the box so far. We have seen a Zach Wilson. We've seen a studio of Rondale Moore. We've seen one of our 2 Optic Preview greens. I would really like to see a downtown. I've yet to pull one. I have pulled a Marvels so far, but I've yet to pull that downtown. Tremaine Edmonds, Nelson Aguilar. There we go, Justin Herbert. I expected Dallas to win that game, and sure enough, Dallas did win that game. Deontay Johnson, Joe Burrow, man, he had a rough one. He had a rough one on Sunday. I still think he's a gamer. I still like him. Just some dumb mistakes. We do have Derek Carr, and that is going to be a numbered Derek Carr, 66 of 75. Man, Vegas Dave's investment looking real good right now through 2, but this is I feel the Raiders do this every year where they start off hot and then they kind of fizzle out. So I'm still not high on the Raiders throughout the course of this season. We have DK Metcalf for the PC. We also have a Jacob Harris on the rookies. I should have looked on the back. I can't recall if we can hit autos out of these, but regardless, our second green preview is going to be in here. CJ Ham. Philip Lindsay. Bud Dupree. I just ruined it. Of course I just ruined it. James Conner. Rookie is going to be Zaven Collins. Our second, not going to be the best name right there, Elijah Vera Tucker. Obviously, if we want to see a optic preview for the Jets, we want to see Zach Wilson, but team color, but it is Vera Tucker, unfortunately. Not necessarily the best. I think I like the Dwayne Eskridge a little bit more. I like this one too, the press proof red of DK. My dude Tyler Lockett is really up showing DK through these first 2 games. AJ Brown and Randy Moss. So we're going to need to see a downtown to save this box. It is nice to have the Zach Wilson, but we're definitely going to have to see a downtown. Fournette, Abraham, Okwara, Lattimore, Baker. We've got Marcus May. Eimer Smith-Marset. Press proof is going to be Jonathan Taylor. Retro series of Ozzie Newsome. And we have a Peyton Manning Gridiron Kings all-time. I love that the Mannings on Monday Night Football. It's funny how Peyton absolutely dominates the conversation. You can tell that he is the one doing all the prep work for the show, and Eli is just kind of there to chip in. And it's funny how many times he calls Eli by his first name. They're essentially just talking to each other, breaking down the game. And he's like, hey, Eli, how about that, Eli? Like, he just says Eli so many times throughout the course of the broadcast. It's really funny. Gronk right there. Joe Schobert. Gronk said that he didn't study film. That was hilarious to me. He said he just asks Tom what the coverages are. That's great. Rashad Bateman. We have a rated rookie press proof. That's going to be Nico Collins. We have a highlights. That is the highlights Tom Brady that I did pull an auto out of, or pull the auto of, and that card has been shipped off to PSA as of earlier this week. Hoping for a 10 on that, along with the LaMelo Ball red from Optic that I pulled for somebody in the group breaks. Also, Jared Goff, who he looked pretty good in that game. He didn't look totally comfortable under that offense, so just give him time, and hopefully he will adjust. I do think they made a good point that the Rams just kind of broke up with him, but hopefully he has a long career. I have nothing against him. He played in our division for a few years, and I do think he's a good quarterback. Okuda, Gesicki, Barry Sanders, Denzel Mims. Javon Holland is our rated rookie. We have a backwards Kelsey, which is going to be a press-proof red. And as we end the box, and this one was kind of a stinker, Josh Allen and an Action All-Pros of Bakhtiari. So yeah, for about $200, we really kind of took it on the chin there. $215 is what I think I paid for these boxes locally. 2 optic rated rookie greens, Eskridge and Vera Tucker. We did have the numbered to 75 Derek Carr. The only other real rookies noteworthy was the Javonte Williams and also the Rondale Moore. This is going to be the canvas version, a studio version actually. It's just on a canvas stock, and probably our most valuable card. And this one's quickly falling with the way the Jet season's going. Zach Wilson, rated rookie. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you guys rip any of this product, and if you've done any H2, or if you're just going to stick to blasters or hangers or fat packs, which have made their way out to retail, or if you're just going to stick with the nosebleed hobby at around that $500 price point and just continue to chase Marvels and chase Downtowns and try your luck with a try to get a big rookie auto or Tom Brady auto in my case. I still can't believe that happened. All right, let's go ahead and flip it on over and let's talk about this week 3 and put a bow on week 2 of the NFL action. So over here in the RGL Fantasy Pick'em League over on Yahoo, myself and 99 other people are going to war seeing who can correctly guess the most games throughout the course of the season. I've staked some of my own money in this one, prizes for the top 3 finishers. As you can see right now, I am sitting in the middle of the pack, ranked 52. I've correctly guessed 18 of the 32 total games. Not a good clip. Let's go ahead and take a look at the standings in this one. See who's on top. We have Yoba Goya with 24 points leading the pack. T. Bowman with 23. And then you can see the differential between the top 10, which most people are at 22 or 21, and where I'm standing in the middle of the pack. Only 4 picks. I guess in the grand scheme of things, only 4 picks is quite a bit. So I am sitting there at an 18-14 record. I'm hoping to get back on track with a good week or so. And without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into my picks for the week. So looking at the matchups this week, I think Carolina is going to roll. Competitive game, I do think, but I think that Carolina will get it done down in Houston on the Thursday game. Carolina going to move to 3-0 on the year. Buffalo, I do think, is going to get it done against Washington. Cleveland, I do think, is going to get it done against Chicago. It will be interesting to see if Chicago decides to move forward with Justin Fields as their starting quarterback. You know, I understand sitting him behind Dalton now with the injury. I think at some point you just have to move forward. It is very apparent that Justin Fields is going to be the future in Chicago. I think you just have to rip the Band-Aid off. I think you have to just acknowledge that the best way for this kid to get time and experience, just throw him out into the fire. Whatever happens this season. I don't think you're going to be a playoff contender with Andy Dalton starting. So I think it's Fields' time. You know, I think you just let him go out there. Now, if Dalton can go this week, maybe that's a whole different story. But either way, regardless of who is starting under center for Chicago, I do like Cleveland in that matchup. So does America at 94%. Very polarizing so far on this pick distribution. A lot of teams so far, overwhelming favorites, and I just don't like these absolutes. I do think that some of these matchups are going to be a lot more closer. Get over here. I do think that Baltimore is going to pick up the win over Detroit. Baltimore coming off of a huge win, huge statement win, huge signature game win for Lamar Jackson off of Kansas City. They're going to keep that on rolling. Detroit on a short week coming off Monday Night Football loss against Green Bay. Indianapolis, I have as my upset over Tennessee, and this is not sour grapes because Tennessee beat my Seahawks. I do think that Indy is going to pick up this one. I think Eason will be starting this game. I know he came in for a very brief second. I know he looked pretty bad, but you give him a full week to game plan. I like him. I have watched him play, a former Husky, so I have watched him play in college, one of the few quarterbacks that I have watched play, because you guys know I don't really follow college football or basketball too intently. I like Indy in the upset here. It seems like the perfect game for them to upset. Kansas City is going to get back on track with a win over Los Angeles. Just a tough draw right there for them at home. New England, I do think, is going to capitalize on the thumping that New Orleans got. I like Mac Jones so far. He's just kind of playing it safe. I think I saw the highest completed percentage for a rookie through the first 2 games. They're just making it easy. They're just simplifying the game for him. That game is up in New England. I think they get it done. I think it's going to be definitely more competitive. Atlanta with the upset over the Giants. I don't know why I feel like Atlanta's just a better team of the two, even though the game is in New York. Cincinnati is going to be my bounce back as an upset over Pittsburgh. I think Joe Burrow is a gamer, and I've just talked about this a lot. I really think he's a gamer. I think this is a statement game. I don't think this Pittsburgh team is as good as people think. Arizona over Jacksonville, this one seems pretty obvious. Jacksonville has a lot of issues. Arizona, that offense looks incredible. I hate the fact that they're in my division. Denver gets it done over the Jets. The Jets, same thing with Jacksonville. They just have issues. This is going to be a rough year for both of those teams. Denver moves on to 3-0. Las Vegas moves on to 3-0 too as well. I think Tua, we don't know. It's only Tuesday when I'm recording this, so we don't know if he's going to play. Apparent rib injury. Either way, I like Las Vegas here. Like I've been talking about, they start strong, then kind of fizzle out. I can see them running it up to 3-0 right here. So they have Tampa Bay as an underdog at Los Angeles against the Rams. I think that this is where the Rams start to look even more mortal. Now, the Rams did look a little bit mortal in the game this week. For week 1, they looked like absolute gods. Stafford looked like he was going to throw for 6,000 yards and throw 0 interceptions in week 1. Looked a bit more mortal here in week 2. Some cracks in the armor. They still get it done, moved to 2-0. Tampa Bay, they just look incredible. They look like they just want to get all this done and go straight to the Super Bowl, because that is how that team looks. Look even better than last year. Tampa Bay gets it done. My Seattle Seahawks are going to bounce back against Minnesota. No doubt in my mind right here. Road game. Seattle plays well on the road. And Seattle gets it done. I think Russ continues looking great. Expect a big game here from DK, who has really kind of been out of the limelight. Tyler Lockett catching all the balls. Dwayne Eskridge showed up with a very good game in week 2 despite the loss. So look for DK to have a big game. Green Bay, I do think that this is going to be probably the best game of the week on Sunday Night Football. Green Bay at San Francisco. Green Bay kind of let Detroit get back into that game on Monday Night Football, so it is a short week for them. I do like Green Bay, though, in that game. That one's going to be a great game. Finally, on Monday Night Football, man, I don't care about this division at all. But Dallas has looked good, so I do think that Dallas is going to pick up the win. 24-17 is my tiebreaker prediction. I do think that Kansas City is going to score the most points this week. So that's going to be my picks here for week 3 as we get into it. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the YouTube Hobby Content Creators League. This is our fantasy league with 12 of us. Taking a look at scores from around the league for week 2. I move on to 2-0 over Bowman 1951, who drops to 0-2. Up North Collectors, who I defeated last week, picks up a huge win against 5-0 Cheddar Bob, scoring the most points to date so far in the league, damn near cracking that 200-point mark. Let's go ahead and take a real quick look on how he got that done, how he got up to 200. So let's go over to week 2 really quick. Looks like 35 points out of Kyler, 47 out of Derrick Henry, 27 out of McLaurin. Those are some huge totals, 19 out of his defense. So easy to see how he put up 192 right there. Looking elsewhere around the league, Pack Addicts Northwest moves on to 2-0 against Schultz's Card Pulls. 5-point win right there. Hitman Rips picks up his first win of the season. He had a tough loss week 1. He did score a bunch of points, but just got outshone. For the Love of Sports Cards picks up the win, moving on to 1-1, dropping shy to 0-2. Also in our final game, Sleeved Up takes the loss to IF Sports Cards. So as you can see in the standings right now, there are 3 undefeateds remaining in our 12-team league. IF having scored the most points, and me and Pack Addicts with just a point separating us. We are the 2-0s, sitting there at 1-1. Up North Collectors, we have Sleeved Up, Hitman Rips, and For the Love, as well as Schultze and Ollie. 5-0 Cheddar Bob, Shy City, and Bowman still trying to look for their first win of the season. Look at the matchups for Week 3. So me and Schultze, Battle of the Pacific Northwest boys. I'm 2-0, he's 1-1. Up North and Bowman taking on one another. Ollie Moon and Pack Addicts. For the Love of Sports Cards and Hitman Rips turning off, which is Sleeved Up, taking on Shy City Pools, and IF taking on Queso Robert, aka 5-0 Cheddar Bob. If we look at the matchup between myself and Schultze's card pools, I've got Mahomes. He's got Josh Allen. Mahomes against the Chargers. I do think that game is going to devolve into just a shootout. So I'm expecting a lot of points from Mahomes. Look at our WR1s. I have A.J. Brown. He has Chase Claypool. Claypool with an easy matchup against Cincy. I think easy defense at least. I do have Cincy in the upsets, but Claypool is proving to be a big playmaker. I don't like this matchup with A.J. Brown against Indy, but I'm going to run it. Thielen against Seattle in a dome. Thielen has had a great start to the season. Godwin against LA Rams. So Godwin's going to score a bunch of points in that one. I like Godwin a little more than Thielen. Kamara versus Cook. This is a tough matchup for both, I feel like. Obviously, Seattle couldn't stop Henry. I think that they are going to fix some of the issues that they had in their run defense. So Dalvin Cook, I think, will unfortunately face a much tougher Seattle defense. New England is just always tough. I don't like this 22-point projection at all. I'm going to roll with Javonte Williams out there against New York Jets, because why wouldn't you? He'll get a lot of touches in that second half when the Broncos are up by 30. He's got Miles Sanders against Dallas, kind of a neutral matchup. This is the one that kind of chaps me. He has Gronk going in his tight end spot. I was trying to steal Gronk in the later rounds, and Schultze had already taken a tight end. I thought I was good, thought I was going to get him, and Schultze stole him from me. So I'm hoping that Hooper puts up a little bit of revenge against Chicago, maybe with a score or two. We'll have to see if Darrell Henderson plays in this game. Still questionable as of Tuesday. He's got Jarvis Landry currently on the IR. Not sure if he's going to be playing or not. Take a look. Missing the next 3 games, so he'll have to roll somebody else. I like Blankenship, and I like Denver defense, obviously. So that is a look at the Fantasy League. That's going to be a look at the fantasy picks as well. So take a look at my team. I still really like my team. We have a lot of depth on the bench. Marcus Callaway hasn't really come up with too much yet. Zach Moss had a big game on my bench. I still like McCole Hardman. Jameis Winston was looking like a genius pick week 1 and then came back down to life week 2. So between the Creators League and the Pick'em League, that is going to be your update for the week. Those are my thoughts. It is still way early in the week, so a lot can happen between now and Sunday. But I hope that you enjoy this style of video, because I really enjoy putting this together. I really enjoy getting to get away from just the rip something and talk about it and do something a little bit different for this video. So if you are still watching, I would love to hear your suggestions on what you would like to see in this video series as we move forward. I was trying to get a ticker this week, and I just couldn't quite figure it out. A little ticker on the bottom with scores and things like that. Maybe in the coming weeks I can figure that out. But this is going to do it for me today. I hope you enjoyed the rundown with a run good, whatever we want to call this. And I'll catch you tomorrow, because we have an amazing rip coming tomorrow. Take care, stay safe, enjoy the Thursday night football game, and I'll catch you tomorrow for what is going to be an amazing, amazing rip.